Hey everyone, welcome back to CryptoCache. Thanks so much for joining me here. Hope you're having a great day. Taking a look here at Solana, seeing what's going on. Ooh boy, 153 as low. That is, well, I wouldn't say super surprising. We've been expecting to pull back, but that's a juicy target there, right? It's important to recognize we're not quite to that lower fib level yet, so I think we do have further downside potential. Bitcoin dominance is on the rise. Things are not looking so good here, folks. Traditional markets are abysmal today too. So again, a lot of reasons why it's not ideal conditions. To give you perspective here too, what was it? $3 trillion in loss in the traditional markets here so far today. So again, not the greatest for that. So that's just kind of a foundation of understanding what's going on. What other foundation we want to look at too is liquidation, kind of see if this has since changed since yesterday. Quick little congrats to our community, just to give you some kudos here. 26% BNB short, Solana 42% short, AVAX 44% short, ICP 36 and 39% shorts as well. So while those trades are recent in the last week or so, they're not exactly from yesterday. So truth is, I've been missing some opportunities a lot, honestly. Every time the price action is supposed to come up to a key fib level, it stops short. We don't get our alert and the price just turns right around. Solana didn't even come close, honestly. It's been making lower lows and lower highs for a while. So I don't know what I was thinking, trying to get in at 170, 175. But hey, beggars can't be choosers, and in this case here, it's just not ideal conditions to want to take a long. I guess that's the easy way to understand it. Taking a look here at 155, we can see some decent amount of liquidation that occurred here recently with some more late longs. Again, longs are getting pretty much destroyed right now. I would recommend waiting until this lower level liquidation is fully swept before considering a long. Again, 150 is that lower range here. Each one of these bars is roughly $1 billion. So we got 1, 2, 3, probably somewhere in the range of $2 to $3 billion in liquidation in this area here alone, as low as 150. So it would make sense we go a bit lower. Keep in mind, some of that has been swept, half of that, but we got our 0.618 fib level, that 146 to 148. I think that would be a prime consideration for entry. And again, if we kind of zoom out and look at the last, ever since February, the last few months of trading, we get a lot of support in the 128 to 148 range, okay? So the price does travel into that range. I think it'd be much safer to consider long there than it is just to take one right now, just to give you perspective, okay? Again, buying a dip to buy a dip is one thing with the spot bag, but it's a whole another story with a liquidation slash, high leverage trade. So if you are listening to Tom, Dick, and Harry online telling you to take a 100x leverage trade to the moon, you're probably in the wrong place. Hopefully I can knock some sense into you, or just help educate you on how to become better traders. CryptoCache.tech is a site if you do want that for yourself. We've got a lot of new members coming over. I do recommend you read through my signals guide on our Discord so you know kind of what's going on. This is available on the website too. And also pay attention to our trade alerts too. These are just alerts that I kind of give you based on the trades that I'm planning to take. While again, we haven't taken a ton of trades here recently, the whole reason of not doing so is actually good. I'd much rather miss on opportunities than to take a bunch of bad ones, right? Now, hindsight's 2020. We could have shorted anything yesterday and been fine. But I was hoping for a slightly higher price point. I wouldn't say I got greedy, but I was just overly patient, if you will. And that can kind of bite you in the butt too sometimes. So there's no perfect science. There's no exact scenario here for this. You honestly do what you can, work within your risk tolerance. That's the important thing. Looking at the fib levels here. First of all, 0.5 fib, 157-ish. That is a common characteristical area of retracement. The price action should be bouncing from there, but it hasn't. So truth is, we're blasting straight through that because traditional markets are garbage, and Bitcoin is also opened up really hard. Keep in mind, we got a pretty significant CME gap here as well for Bitcoin at 58.5 roughly to 61K. So easy way to understand it is we have further downside potential for Bitcoin. It is printing a fairly large head and shoulders pattern. So I think there's a good chance we're going to see 60K retested soon. So I wouldn't get too crazy with long positions, at least not just yet. Having said that, we're holding above 3 out of 4 moving averages, and it's actually pretty awesome in a way. This is another reason why I feel like this area here is going to provide a lot of support for us, just based on the simple fact that we got a lot of support in that range. Okay, so 150 and the 200 SMA are still below the price action, which is amazing considering how far down Solana's pulled back. I mean, we've pulled back 21% in the last 5 trading days, and we can see the price action still maintaining itself above moving averages. However, proof is in the pudding here. We can see we're broken down below 50 on the RSI. Generally, that's unfavorable. While Solana has recovered quickly when it breaks down below, it generally does stay underneath for a while. So like the last time from June 7th to June 27th, that was roughly 20 days worth of trading under 50 in the RSI, and the price action was, generally looked like this. Okay, so not great. I think we're going to see another similar scenario where the price tries to rally back, keeps getting rejected out until we get back up over some key levels here. Anyways, MACD's diverging, stochastic's still pulling back. There's no reason to consider a long position right now. And again, I know it seems tempting to do a 50x leverage long at a key level support, but liquidation levels are consistently forming and they're consistently getting swept right now, and it makes no sense at all with Bitcoin dominance shooting up to take any trades with altcoins today. Okay, at least any longs. And this is just a friendly advice to my community too. If you've seen less signals, because it's important not to get crazy during market trends like this, right? Some people just throw in meat at the wall, seeing if it sticks. A lot of longs are getting absolutely destroyed. It doesn't make any sense. Obviously, shorting this week, hindsight makes sense too, but there's a lot of bottoms that we've been coming across that have been tentative supports on smaller fib levels that were supposed to have bounced, but they didn't. Anyways, a lot of little things that kind of factor in here. So again, while we keep missing our opportunities, it's okay to miss opportunities. It's better to wait, have some dry powder available for better opportunities. That's just my personal opinion. 4-hour time frame, we're still maintaining closer to 30 on the RSI, tentatively breaking below. Money flow index is low, stochastic swinging down. MACD is once again diverging, so there's not a whole lot here telling us that we're in good shape. We even lost a 200-day SMA on the 4-hour time frame. So let's just for fun, let's go ahead and go back here and kind of see where the price action, last time we lost the 200-day SMA, the price action spent a decent amount of time underneath the 200-day SMA, and it continued actually as soon as it broke below the 200. Again, this isn't perfect science, but it dropped about 25% last time we lost the 200-day SMA. So hypothetically, strictly hypothetical, folks, we lose 25%, that'll put us down to the 117 to 120 some odd range. I think that's a possibility, honestly. At this point, I wouldn't be surprised. Is it going to happen today? Probably not. But again, Bitcoin, as it continues to bleed out and drop to that 60K range, Solana's going to do something very similar. It's basically 2x of Bitcoin to the downside. And even though it normally recovers quickly, it has been not doing that at all lately. And it's concerning, but it makes sense considering the greed in the market right now, or more so the fear, rather. A lot of fear in the market, and just those greedy, those who have a lot of money, they can liquidate price action quickly. And that is in itself greed, right? Anyways, take a look at the moving averages. We've already done that on the 4-hour Ichimoku Cloud. We can just confirm that we're still below this descending trend line, which is running concurrent with the 20-day SMA, by the way, on the daily time frame. And then if we do take a look here, this is the X. That was the area in which I was considering an entry for a short. Price didn't even bother. Most other coins, like for example Bitcoin, it was making higher highs. Solana's like, nope, we're going to stick with our lower highs and just continue to drop. Okay, so again, we're starting to see some buying pressure here at the 155 range. That was my original target to get in for a long, but now that the market is where it's at right now, it makes no sense at all. I've given the analogy plenty of times, and you probably can fast forward through this if you heard it before, but when Bitcoin drops like it has, it keeps falling down these flights of stairs, right? So imagine yourself as an adult, even a younger person, falling down a flight of stairs. You're going to be banged up and bruised, possibly in a wheelchair, crutches, whatever. You're going to break some bones. It's not going to be good. It's going to take a while for you to recover, right? Are you going to run a marathon the day after? Definitely not. So what makes you think that Solana, Bitcoin, whatever, is instantly going to recover because it just fell down a flight of stairs, right? I mean, if you trip down, you trip and fall when you're walking on the gravel, you scuff up your knees, sure, you can bounce back quickly. But this is a big, bad, not so good thing here what Bitcoin's doing to the market. It's really shaking it up. So again, all the more reason just to leave it alone. If you're going to consider anything, short trades are probably the best way to go. Last but not least, I would say 148 to 146. That is my target area for consideration for a long. And the main reason why is it's a strong 0.618 fib level. We talked about our point of control, our macro point of control at 120 to 145. I think that's going to be a solid area of consideration. Just my personal thoughts there. I hope that makes sense and I described that correctly, though. Do yourself a favor. Make sure you join over with Bitunix, link down below. No KYC or VPN. These guys are awesome. We've been trading with them as a community for over a year now, and they've taken great care of us. Anytime we need help, they reach out, and they're very communicative, and they are just phenomenal. Anyways, they provide awesome rewards to our community members. So if you've previously used my link to register, all good. Continue to use it and effectively use that link down below. All right, folks, that is what we got right now. I appreciate you watching. Thanks so much again for your time. We'll look forward to seeing you next one. Take care.